We live in a time in which it seems like every day, some controversy is coming out, some unbelievable act is being committed, and it can be really overwhelming, particularly if you have expectations of it to be something else. And it's one of the reasons why I really like this hadith that you can find in at-Tirmidhi's Sunan. It's collected in there. And it's one in which the Prophet ﷺ, he says, يَأْتِي عَلَى النَّاسِ زَمَانٍ الصَّابِرُ فِيهِمْ عَلَى دِينِهِ كَالْقَابِضِ عَلَى الْجَمَرِ. It says that it's related, it's reported by Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, and he states that the Prophet ﷺ relates that there will come a time upon man, right? This time will come upon mankind where he says, as-sabir fihim, right? That one who is trying to be really, steadfast and patient, as-sabir, ala dinihi, كالقابض على الجمر, that the person who is upright and steadfast and is trying to really hold on to the religion, it'll be like holding on to a hot coal, right? Prophetic statements that deal with the end of time is always to remember. Number one, Allah is the only one that knows the hour, right? And as we famously know, the one that is asking about it knows, less than the one who's saying anything, and so on and so forth. We have to remember that, could be 10 years, 100 years, 100,000 years from now, 100 million years, whatever. Allah knows best, right? But also conversely, we are 1,400 years out approximately, right? We just passed the 1,441st year of the Hijrah. So over 1,400 years out since the Quran was revealed, and of course the world is a very different place. I think a lot of what can sometimes disturb us or overwhelm us is a sense of entitlement that things should somehow be much more rosy than what they are. Now, I do believe that people in positions like myself, in positions as imams or, scholars, leaders, whatever, we can do a much better job at also doing a sort of, tabshir, giving good news. وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, right? Giving good news to people. Because, there's enough that we see every day. There's a lot of dhulm and oppression in the world. There's a lot of fawahish. There's a lot of evil things going on in the world. But there's a lot of beautiful things too, right? And every day you can look around you in this amazing place we call Earth and see many examples of Allah's rahmah, of Allah's presence, of Allah's beauty, and so on and so on. It's also exacerbated, I think, by a lot of this stuff and perhaps not enough of this stuff, meaning that, we probably should try to read more books, right? And social media really, I think, brings the worst out of people. And of course, the irony is not lost on me that you will probably come across this video on social media. Well, the reason why I wanted to include this hadith in this collection of, of roughly 40 hadith that I thought that would relate or be important to an American Muslim audience is that this is reminding us that difficulty in life comes along with being a believer. Religiosity, piety, conformity with the Quran and Sunnah and so on, none of these will alleviate, per se, challenges in life. And in fact, you may even encounter a time of which, you don't have any control over and you didn't ask for. You may even encounter a time in which you will feel like there is so much that is an affront to your religious sensibilities, to your soul. And this is why it is important to study the statements of the Prophet ﷺ, because they give us a window into, and obviously in addition to the Quran, what is religious life going to be like? And undoubtedly, one aspect of religious life as the years go on will be situations and scenarios in which we may find it very hard. And therefore, we have to embrace that challenge. It's also a really good wake-up call that creature comforts and the pursuit of creature comforts are not the exclusive focus of why we are here. And therefore, it's just a good kind of wake up and smell the coffee or smell the roses and realize, wow, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Every time I turn on the news, there's some insane thing going on. Or every time I open up Facebook, there's somebody ranting and raving about something. And I'll be the first to say I've probably been caught up in a little bit of that myself. Because there are things in the world that I see that I find terribly, disturbing or frightening, or they anger me, or I find bewildering, or they concern me, and so on. And therefore, it's just, I take counsel that this is something that was kind of left for me, kind of like like a note, right? Some advice and a note that the Prophet ﷺ has left us, saying, hey, for those of you that will come in later generations, keep your head up, stay focused. Not everything is going to be rosy. And if you are going to do this thing called Islam, you might encounter a time in which it is going to be all you can do just to continue to profess La ilaha illallah. So I say this as kind of, one half of a pep talk, but one half of like, hey, let's deal with this as it is. Let's confront reality as it is. And I think if we can dispel any rosy notions of, well, this is how things have to be in order for faith to come about. It's kind of like all these scientific arguments for the conditions for life. The only conditions for life to exist is Allah said, be and it is, kun fayakun. We get overly caught up, and likewise, the conditions for having faith. Right? Allah said, believe in Him. He never said whether the conditions would be necessarily perfectly attuned, to having it. In fact, we may encounter, we might be born in a time in which it will be an enormous struggle, and yet that is what we are called upon to do. It's what we're here to do. It's the purpose of our existence, and we have to accept those terms and get about the responsible duty of worshiping Allah and, inshallah, holding on to that. And we ask Allah to make it easy for us in grasping that goal. And may He accept from us, may He accept from you. Inshallah, leave your comments below if there's any other topics, inshallah, you want to explore as we go throughout this collection of 40 hadith, inshallah. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.